Hi guys, Charles here, and I would like to talk about the promise that was made to Abraham. God promised Abraham that his seed would possess Israel, the massive amount of land that is over in the Middle East right now. They only possess right now a very small part of it. The Muslims control mainly all of it. That's a different story. Now, God made a promise, and when he promises something, he means it. And this is going to happen. They will receive their birthright promise. The book of the Bible is about Israel. Now, Abraham had his son, and then he had his son, and they had the 12 sons, and they were in Egypt. They came out of Egypt a mighty nation. Now, everybody remembers them coming out of Egypt, but what was the purpose of them coming out? It was to worship and serve God in the place that he chose. And where he chose was Israel. So he marched them all around. Didn't do so good, and that generation didn't get to go in to the promised land. So the other Caleb and Jacob brought them in, and Moses didn't. Now, if you read Deuteronomy chapter 29, you will see Moses gave a speech. In that speech, Moses talked about a second Exodus. So a second Exodus is bringing the people of Israel back into the land. Well, you can say, well, they're there already, but are they truly there? Some of the tribes, the Jews, Judah, Levi, Benjamin, but not the lost 10 tribes that's in the north, when they were taken away by the Assyrians. And if you noticed that they were taken out by Babylon out of the land, they were taken out by the Assyrians took them out. You had Alexander, and these places, people, armies was used to take Israel out of their land because they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And let's go to the present day now. Israel's not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Since 1948, they became a nation. What did they do? They give land back for peace. And in 1967, the Six-Day War, they controlled the Temple Mount. Since 67, did they build God a temple? Did they cleanse it from the evil that's on it? No, they allowed the Alaska Mosque and the Dome of the Rock to be sitting there. And I don't think God likes that too much. They should have already took that down. It was their property. Instead, they gave it to Jordan for security, for them to secure it and stuff. And look what's happening to them right now. They're in trouble. So let's get to the second Exodus. The second Exodus is God is bringing his people back. And you don't know who they are. Think about it. In the book of Revelation, it talks about the 12 tribes. They don't include Dan, but there's 12,000 from each tribe. Now, why would God say there's 12,000 here, 12,000 there, and he blocks them all up into a group, 144,000. He puts them in a group. So that's the way he's looking at them. And I believe he's going to take that group of people and going to march them back into Israel after he kills all the Muslims that's in the nation right now that's going to take over Israel. That's another story too. But think about this. The whole Bible is filled with the second Exodus. It says that he's going to mount them up on eagle's wings. Everybody thinks that this is all about the Christians. No, this is a book about Israel. And God is going to fulfill his promise. And I'm going to tell you where the rapture is too. And the rapture is included in all this. So I believe that the two witnesses are going to gather up the 144,000. They're going to start in Europe. You're going to wake up one morning and you're going to have a mark on your forehead. And that mark is going to tell you what tribe you're in. If you're in the Levi, you're going to have a Levi sign. If you're Benjamin, Simeon, Issachar, whatever tribe you're in, you'll have that mark. Now, it could be all male, or it could be all male with their families, which I think is the latter. So there'll be families, 144,000 families. Now, what's going to happen, this is the two witnesses' job. This is one of their jobs. They're all going to gather, and they're going to march their way back down into Israel. And where they're going to stop at is Armageddon. And hence the Battle of Armageddon, when they go and fight the Lord, is going to be right there. It's not the Gog and Magog war. And I believe this is probably going on right now. We'll see what happens with this. And if Israel don't survive, then what I'm telling you right now is probably the truth. So the Israelites, the 144,000, are going to march. They are going to get the Ark of the Covenant. They know where it is, and it's not where you think it is. And all I have to do is say Boaz, and some people know what I'm saying. So I believe Jeremiah took, with his secretary, the Ark of the Covenant. It landed on a boat, and it crashed. There's a lot of story in all this, and it crashed in Scotland. And if you look at the Hill of Tara, right there is the first temple, and they are guarding the Ark of the Covenant, because there's a giant stone inside that hill that says as this man showed up, his name was Jeremiah, Boaz. They had a box, they had princesses, and if you know the history of the princesses, there's all that was left in Judah was princesses, because they killed all the males. And the princesses then became the monarchy, which now is in England. And the man that did all this research wrote a letter to the Queen of England and said, "Ma'am, do you know that you are descendant from the tribe of Judah?" She said, "Yes, we know." And they know they are descendant from the tribe of Judah. So right there's a lot of history in there. So they're going to get the Ark of the Covenant. They're going to open the Ark. They're going to eat the hidden manna. And that is going to be for the second Exodus. They're going to have manna in a pot that's been preserved all this time, and it's going to be given to the 144,000. It's going to be an unending supply, just like the fish and the loaves. It says you're going to eat hidden manna. Where's the manna hid right now? Why did it even put the manna in there to begin with? So they're going to march the Ark of the Covenant back down through Greece, down through Turkey. They're stopping at Armageddon. Now, Jesus is going to return, and we know this, and he's going to return on the seventh trump, and that's exactly what he says. There's going to be the 7 vials, which are 7 plagues, and the last plague of the 7 are hailstones that fall from the sky. And what does he say? On the feet of the beast, he is going to hit them with a rock not made by human hands. Hailstones not made by human hands. They're going to blast and hit these people in the head and kill all the Muslims and clear the nation out. And then here's the rapture. He's going to take his people that is on Armageddon with the ark. He's going to send his angels, and they're going to gather them up and take them to the Mount of Olives. And from there, they're going to march in through the east gate, and they're going to have the marriage supper of the Lamb. Now, this sounds fantastic. It sounds, have you heard it before? Ask yourself that. Or is it even plausible, or could it even be true? So that's a question I'm proposing to you, and this is how I believe God is going to fulfill that promise he made to Abraham. And he said, if you obey him, because he's going to make a nation there, the rest of the nations will listen to him. He'll give them rain. He'll give them joy. He's going to teach them how to live the way we all should. So peace is coming to the world. It's not all this gloom and doom. And this is an interesting proposition I'm putting out there. And I think it fits in a lot of different ways. So, well, thanks for listening. See you later. Bye.